Hello everyone, it's Strafe here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. We are en route through Kuroba's route. We are in Chapter 2. Chapter 1 is quite fun. We got to see Kuroba in his element. Treating kids in Yomi, so got to see his gentle side. He's a very playful doctor, a little bit more mature with the language. And yeah, it seems like after chapter 1, seems like Olympia is already catching feelings for him. It's actually quite humorous. It's quite refreshing compared to the last route where it was like a slow burn. So let's see what happens. I'm very eager to see how this progresses, or see how fast it progresses. So let's start chapter 2 of Kuroba's route, a suggestion. Alright, and then random person speaking. Is this like an assistant or something, or is it actually a Kaza? I'll just give a random voice. Good morning, Lady Olympia. I've been waiting for you. Morning had arrived. I had arrived at the director's office at the Kodawari to have my letters checked, when I was greeted by a young man. Alright, director's office. It's a Kaza's office at the Kodawari's headquarters. Did that needed a glossary entry? Question mark. Good morning. Is Akaza out today?
Yes, he has an important meeting at the military headquarters, so he's been out since morning. Lord Akaza instructed me to review your letters if you should arrive today.
Oh, it's a trusted aide.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Lord Akaza's secretary, Tatsugi of the Cyan.
Okay, new person. Are they gonna give him a face, though? Nice to meet you, Tatsugi. And I just have one letter today.
Ah, if you don't mind.
He took the envelope from me and carefully opened it to read what was inside. As usual, there was some quiet time during the reading, so I took a look around the room. By the way, is Kuroba out too? He's in the other, he's right next door, right? Strangely, I didn't feel anyone was there behind the door.
Ah, that is correct. Lord Kuroba is out as well. Hopefully maybe I might have to give Tatsuki another voice if he's a recurrent character.
Welcome. Are you here for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Maybe he's in Yomi. I recalled the conversation Kuroba and Camellia had in Yomi. You mind if I ask you something? Does the Kodawari operate on irregular hours?
I wouldn't say irregular exactly. At the very least, our hours are set from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening, kind of like normal, like a 9 to 5, since it's a 9 to 6 instead.
Really? It feels like Akaza and Kuroba are here all the time. they're just chronic overworkers, probably. Chronic overtimers, they're at a black company or something.
However, that is with the exception of Lord Akaza and Lord Kuroba. Excuse me. It is not my place to say so. I asked them once to please take a day off, but they said they feel better here than at home. In particular, Lord Kuroba practically lives in the laboratory.
Alright, laboratory. Kuroba's laboratory at the Kodawari headquarters that neighbors Akaza's office. Kuroba's get so busy by his research that he often just sleeps here. I'm not surprised.
But lately he's been going to Tenshin Hospital more frequently, it seems.
Oh, another glossary entry. Tenshin Hospital, Tengu's Island Hospital, where Sakyo is the head doctor. Wait, we saw that name before, didn't we? That was in a short story. In addition to providing patients with advanced medical care, it also serves as a research facility. Is that the blue guy that we saw the other day? Is that Sakyo?
We have not been formally introduced to him.
The hospital? He was just there yesterday.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Everything looks to be in order, so I will inform Lord Akaza that I give you my approval.
Thank you very much for your help. Ma. As I stepped outside, I turned around to look back at the Kodawari headquarters. They do have important positions here, so of course they must be busy. I'm sorry to cause everyone so much trouble. I'll do my best with my deliveries to show my gratitude. I turned around and went back to work. At the Red District? I didn't get a chance to look around last time, so maybe I can explore a little today. I looked around carefully when... a Red Chamberlain.
Good day to you, Lady Olympia. Are you perhaps looking for Lord Jigen?
Lord Jigen's Chamberlain approached me. I'd only spoken to him a few times before at Ishanatan, but he didn't seem scared to talk to me. Good day. I actually came here today to deliver this letter.
Ah, I've heard from Lord Akaza about your deliveries between here and Yomi. Who is the recipient? I can help you.
I'm not familiar with the Red District, so I really appreciate it. I'm delivering it to this person named Tanji. He suddenly looked away, troubled, though. I mean, if it's from Yomi.
Tanji, is it? I heard his son, Shoujo, was exiled to Yomi about a year ago. Let me lead the way. It is worth a try.
He reluctantly led me to Tanji's place and called for him. A letter for me? From Shoujo? Yes, here you are. Forgive me, but I cannot accept this letter. Huh? But why? Oh, do you not accept what your son did? He's marred the name of the Red and deserves to get sent to Yomi. He's dead to me now. What? I'm gonna see a different side of things. A lot of the other characters were a lot more welcoming to receiving letters, like, from their relatives in Yomi, but yeah, there's some people who probably got disowned completely. The Chamberlain next to me gave a deep sigh. That this criminal will make Lady Olympia's messenger is simply unforgivable. My deepest apologies to you. No apology necessary. I'm doing these deliveries because I want to. In any case, I cannot take this. Please discard it if you like. Huh? But... Now please excuse me. Without hesitation, Tanji turned around and walked away. But...
I'm truly sorry, Lady Olympia, for Tanji's rudeness. I'll have a word with him later.
No, don't worry about it, but... This letter was left in my hand. Oh, I gotta return to sender. There's no way I could just discard it. Someone's feelings are in there.
His son Shoujo was entangled in a fight with a man from the blue and injured him.
Oh, so they just like sent him straight to Yomi instead of just like, I don't know, like pay a fine or something. I see.
At least he wasn't executed. Tanji is very strict, as you can see. He cannot forgive his son for his actions. He behaves as though he never had a son to begin with. When I saw the letter, I foresaw this happening, but...
If that's the case, there's no way I can force the letter onto him.
I'm truly sorry you had to come all this way, but will you please return the letter to Shoujo?
Oh, seems like the Chamberlain cares. Then I should be going. The red and the blue fighting. I never expected that. Some turf wars happening. But the fact that he wrote this letter means that there was something he wanted to say to his family. Maybe I can try talking to Tanji again tomorrow. I found myself walking towards the wharf as I continued to think about what I could do. Wah! The resident, what? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Surprised by the sudden yelling, I turned around and saw a crowd gathering behind me.
Hey, are you alright?
The carriage fell. We got someone under.
Hurry up and lift it.
I tried to help, but the jostling crowd prevented me from moving forward at all. Oh no. I hope he's alright, but if he's injured... I somehow stole a glance through the crowd. Hi. Nagusa.
Hey, bring him into my carriage. Lord Nagusa, we got a glossary entry. Nagusa, son of the leader of the Jade, who will eventually succeed his father's position. His handsome face, looks, and fine manners have captivated the women of Tengu Island. I mean, it turns out he was a terrible person, and like the other route, but... Will someone help me carry him? Hurry! Sure! Let me help too!
Thank you very much, Lord Nagusa. Let me help as well.
Thank you. If you would.
The brief exchange played out in front of me already told me of the young man's status. He was wearing the most elegant clothing of all the men I've seen so far. Kind of. I mean, the cloak, decorations. Not as fabulous as Shura, but still. I could tell he wasn't with the Kodawari or the military.
Stay with me. We'll get you to the hospital. Ugh, I'm sorry, Lord Nagusa. Do not worry. It is not a fatal injury.
Okay, he's acting kind of nice. He lifted the injured man onto his carriage and sped away at once. Like, does he know the man? Is it one of his subordinates?
Ah, if only I'd been the one injured. Lord Nagusa would have whisked me away in his arms into his carriage.
Huh? Did he do that just for, like, publicity? He is like a dream. Then again, any Otsu like us can only look at him from afar. Nagusa? Never heard of him before, but he seems popular with women. Don't trust him. He's with cahoots with Canon. Isn't Lord Nagusa's father the leader of the Jade?
Yes, and the successor can only come from the leader's family, so he's been traveling around the island to prepare himself for the position.
He must be very studious and earnest. Don't believe them.
He's so handsome and kind. And he's also the next in line to become the leader of the Jade.
I was playing him up. like oh. It's like we know another person who would be a good leader though. Tokisada.
I wonder who he'll take as his wife.
Oh, about that. I just heard a rumor recently that Lord Nagusa and Lady Olympia are secretly engaged. I bet Lord Cannon probably spread that around. Huh?
Oh, but I heard she chose Lord Akaza of the Kodawari.
Not at all. That's a complete misunderstanding. Wait a second. Did she just say engaged?
But I also heard Lady Olympia is the mistress of Doma the Yellow.
Alright, listen, that's enough of these rumors. We don't want to know Doma. We've heard that rumor fly around.
But it's strange to call her his mistress when he has no wife. Lord Jigen of the Red doesn't have a wife either, does he? Do outsiders not get married?
It's a choice. I guess. Yeah, that is kind of weird, especially if the outsiders, like... If they're leaders, they're gonna need an heir. I guess their lifespans seem a little bit longer than like the other residents.
I wonder, but wouldn't it be a problem for the Yellow if the leader doesn't have a wife?
I remember the previous leader, Lord Hagane, died from Aku. Didn't he have any children? We saw that name thrown around too. Hagane, the previous leader of the Yellow before Grandmaster Doma, who died from Haku. Okay, curious, that's... Okay, he's... We got another piece of the puzzle here. We did read in the short story, like Hagane's role in the Red Calamity.
I heard he lost all his children to Haku. It's uncanny that so many leaders have passed away from Haku.
They probably deserved it.
There's Lord Hagane, elder sister Shura's husband, and the leader of the Orange too, right?
Okay, we know of the Orange. Right? I think we suspected that, like, Sister Shura that had a husband, but she took over when her husband died. It's like the only reason why she got the position as a woman. That many? I heard about elder sister Shura's husband and Lord Hagane, but...
I guess it can't be helped, since the people in the higher color classes are more susceptible to death.
Are they? So they are more susceptible to Haku. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that would actually make sense, because, you know, like genetic purity and all that. There's like a thing called hybrid vigor. Like if your genes are like more diversified, you have like less chance of like getting diseases.
Not so loudly. The military will hear you. My mistake. Well, in any case, I wonder who Lady Olympia is gonna choose.
The women continued their gossip without noticing me behind them. Me? Engaged? Wait, could it be? Yeah, I bet like the leaders, like all the people in like the higher color districts, like they're probably more susceptible to getting sick, because like there's probably a lot of like incest going around, or like at least marrying cousins, if they're so hell-bent on like keeping color classes distinct. It's like with royalty. Alright, anywho, Akaza, are you back? I thought I already told you not to run through the corridors. Never mind that. Better not have decided who my husband will be behind my back. It's just the birds are twittering. I don't think he spread that around. What are you talking about? I heard some girls talking about me being engaged to this Nagusa person. I am not to blame. As I told you before, forcing you to have relations against your will would be inhumane. I will not make the decision of who your future husband will be. Too bad the other people don't get that choice. Seems like everyone's like spouse gets chosen whether they want it or not, and if they refuse, they just go to jail. But what you heard is merely a rumor. I strongly suggest that you not take a random rumor so seriously. You know, it'll just make you crazy. Thank goodness. I leaned back against the door, and as I let out a sigh of relief. However, Nagusa of the Jade is 23 years old and currently eligible. I would not be surprised if he was vying for the position. Huh? Of course, your wishes will be respected above all else. You'll not need to worry about forced engagement. Let's not marry Nagusa. Let's not get tricked. So what was your impression of Nagusa? Hypothetically, could you see him as your husband? I didn't meet him personally. I only saw him from a distance. Oh, but there were some girls there who were very excited to see him. Well, there is no need to rush. I'm sure you'll find better candidates. Wait a minute. I thought you wanted me to hurry. You may wish to expand your horizons first. Yeah, we gotta taste around. I breathed another sigh of relief. Then again, I wasn't sure that I should be really relieved. After all, my list of candidates was nearly empty. I mean, you have too many choices. I can agree with that. And I'm sorry to have accused you. If you would excuse me. Come to think of it, Kuroba wasn't there. Was he in his lab? Eating at Yomi? Still at the hospital? No, we're thinking about him. Why do you want to know? After leaving the Korowari, I walked back to the usual plaza and my usual bench. Well, that was surprising. I never dawned on me that someone would want to become my husband. Oh, really? Nagusa of the Jade. He seems like a nice person, but Akaza told me I don't need to rush now. Not to mention that the engagement rumor is only a rumor. We haven't even spoken at all. He's right. Rumors are just rumors, with most of them being lies. There's no way I would ever become Doma's mistress. That would be extra weird. I spent some time thinking about my situation. I couldn't help but look around. Kuroba passed by here yesterday. I wonder if he's around today. I reach into my bag to take out my handkerchief when someone tapped my shoulder from behind. Gasp. Oh no, stay away from me. Like PTSD. Good day, oh god, my words, bleh. Good day, Olympia. It's you. Oh? You look thoroughly disappointed to see me here. You're just imagining things. So, were you waiting for someone? No. So, do you mind if I take a seat next to you today? Trust me, I won't bite. No, stay away from me. Go ahead. Did my expression really show disappointment? It's not like I was waiting for anyone. You were secretly waiting for Kuroba. That's right. Let me first offer you my thanks. The newspaper sold 15 times the usual amount, and it's still selling even now. The vendors are all very happy and wanted to extend their gratitude. As Hyrie gets to eat. Here, have a look. The newspaper issue about you is selling like crazy. I'm making lots of money thanks to you. Well, it's good that they're making money, I guess. I somehow managed to convince myself of that. That said, I wanted to prepare for the next article. Nothing has changed. No need to be so secretive. I'll make sure things go well for you. Really? Nothing has changed. Come now, you are the beautiful Olympia. Droves of men must be fighting for you. If that were true, I wouldn't be sitting on this bench all day like a sundial made of shame. Reprimanding Cannon wasn't gonna make my situation better. Maybe I could ask him for a little help. Just don't get into any carriages with him. Let me ask you something. If you were to recommend anyone to me, who would it be? Let me see. It would be Nagusa of the Jade. Surprised he didn't recommend himself, but I guess we know why. Huh? Oh, you know him? Not at all. I don't know him personally, I just happened to see him once, that's all. Handsome, isn't he? I suppose he has a pleasant face. I wasn't near enough to see, so... It's a very, very elaborate... The pinwheel is a little bit weird, though. I feel like the pinwheel is just gonna poke him in the eye. His father is the current leader of the Jade. The position is hereditary, so odds are likely that Nagusa will succeed him. Not only is he handsome, but he's also known as a good man who travels various districts to listen to the hardships of the Ko and Otsu. But he doesn't actually, like, do anything to help them. It's all lip service. He's 23, so just past his prime. But he purposely hasn't taken a wife because he wants to learn more about what it takes to be a leader. Beautiful, no scandals, and highly respected. Quite fitting to become your husband, don't you think? Seems to be in good health, so if you marry him, I can guarantee you'll have many adorable and healthy children. Okay. Really putting his friend here on a pedestal. I don't mean to be rude, but why are you so adamant about recommending him? I mean, you did ask, but... He's a friend of mine. I see. Yeah, he's gonna be a wingman to his friend, of course. But I'm not lying. You can ask others about Nagusa for yourself. Just because he has no scandals doesn't mean he's not doing anything bad, though. I already know he's popular. If you like, I'd be happy to make a reservation for the two of you to dine together. Thank you for your recommendation and the information you provided, but I'll need to think about it. Heh, as you wish. Now then, I should get ready for the next article. Good girl. Do not be alone with these guys. Risky. Next! Wait, stop right there! Things need to be prepared well ahead of time, Olympia. Good day. He's just gonna make stuff up. Unbelievable! I'm not even sure he's even listening to what I say. I finally took my handkerchief out of my bag. It's been a week since my birthday. Yosuke told me to look for a friend first, didn't he? Well, see ya. I've got a date. Is she gonna leave the handkerchief down again? Why am I thinking of Kuroba now? Well, I do talk to him more than the other men I know. But he can't be my husband. Especially given how he's always toying with me. That's how sometimes relationships work, though. they somehow wiggle and tease themselves into thinking about them, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I'm thinking about them a lot more. I think I actually like them. Even yesterday with this handkerchief, he was so horrible to tease me like that. I tightened my grip on the handkerchief when... Oh, hi. Can't drop the handkerchief if you're holding it so tightly. I almost fell off the bench in surprise. My eyes are wide open at his sudden appearance. Or did you already drop another one somewhere else? Unbelievable! How in the world is he able to sneak up on me like this? Nope. Okay, I think the correct choice is, I was just about to drop it. Okay. My handkerchief. I was planning on dropping it just now. I see. Sorry to have gotten in your way then. Is he just gonna go up and pick it up? Just ask him. Ask him to go on a date. Ask him to go out for tea. I wonder if he's returning from Yomi. Or maybe... I couldn't bring myself to ask him. And yet, I didn't want our conversation to end. I went to the Kotowari this morning to get my letters checked. But the secretary read them since you and Akaza weren't there. I see. Good to know your deliveries are going well. I actually had another date this morning. This morning? Kids have their fun from morning to night, but adults have their fun from night to morning. Adults spend time together that late of an hour? Is that how things are? Don't be naive. You'll learn what I mean when you grow up. Oh wow, another choice. No, the right answer is teach me now then. Oh my, I'm pretty sure he has some things he want to teach you. Alright, doctor. Doctor, show me what you mean. Well, teach me now then. Huh? Oh no, he didn't think it would actually work. Explain it to me in detail. He's gonna be like, wait, I may be a doctor, but I don't want to explain this. These things all go in a certain order. Maybe I'll share a few things next time. Never mind. It was obvious he was avoiding my request. I guess I'm just a child to him. I thought he was at the hospital today, but I guess I was wrong. My heart felt uneasy, as if it was being squeezed. It wasn't a pleasant feeling, so I tried to avoid thinking about it. Say, why are you with the Kotowari? You could have worked at the hospital as a doctor, right? Well... If I worked at the hospital, they'd treat me like some rookie. But at the Kotowari, I can be an esteemed deputy director. Is he being serious? Maybe there's probably a color class system at play at the hospital too, and considering he's like of the black, he's probably on a lower tier. So hard to tell if he's really a good guy or not. So don't hesitate to talk to me if you feel sick. I'm a very good doctor. So, he is a good guy? Unfortunately for you, I doubt that day will ever come. You told me yourself when we first met that I'm healthy. Which is great. I want you to stay healthy. After all, you're the last white remaining. Akaza and I can't rest until you find yourself a good husband. It's our job to make sure your white bloodline is preserved. Maybe you can, like, harvest some eggs. Just, like, put them on ice. Do they have that technology? You gotta freeze them a special way, but... You don't need to tell me that. I felt my heart being squeezed again. This time, it actually hurt. Well, just find a good mate, will ya? I definitely recommend Akaza without hesitation, but you can choose anyone you want. He like doesn't outright just recommend himself though. Maybe he was just being nice when he said he was happy to hear me say we were similar. If you like unusual colors, I'll be your lover on the side. Okay, but you won't be up front and say, like, you don't want to be the main husband? What? Suddenly, a burst of anger exploded inside me. Despite his playful attitude, his words seemed to disparage his color class. Don't say that! I'm of an unusual color, too. Make it sound like you hate your color. Silence engulfed the space between us. I couldn't take back what I said now that I was out in the open. This is probably a sore subject for him. But I didn't want Kuroba to think badly of himself. Even if it was motivated by my selfishness. You're right. I forgot you're from a rarer color class than I am. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply anything bad about you. No, I'm sorry for speaking out of line. Why apologize to me? I am aware that I can get emotional when people talk about colors or the island I came from. I've been trying to keep that under control, but I guess I failed. Don't worry, you're beautiful. Gasp. It's true that some idiots may look at you with a scorn, but everyone who lays their eyes upon Olympia is mesmerized by her loveliness. So be confident in yourself. No, now I just gotta say that to him. I never expected him to say something like that so naturally in a conversation. I wasn't sure what to do. Before I knew it, the feeling in my heart was replaced with embarrassment. You'll scare your husband away with that face. Keep smiling. Wait. Was he actually trying to say so back then? Like I said, the guys are just shy. They actually do want to talk with you. You think so? Well, I have some work to do, so keep up the good work with your deliveries. Huh. Yes, of course. It was rare to see anyone wearing lab coats, so he really stood out in the crowd. It was only natural that I couldn't take my eyes off his departing figure. He's really good at sweet talking. And yet, he can sound so serious at times. After watching the white lab coat disappear, I looked down again at my handkerchief. I must have been holding it tightly. It was lined with deep wrinkles now. No. Alright, are we going back home? It's nighttime. Medicine. Oh, we're looking at more stuff about Kuroba's profession. It's not that I want to talk to him, but I wonder what I can learn about that field. Maybe there's a good book about it. After finishing my meal, I was looking for a good book to read when I heard a sudden noise in the corridor. Oh.
Master Doma! Our noble has contracted Haku!
Uh-oh. Our noble? Like someone of the yellow color class? Again. The muffled words piqued my curiosity, and I pressed my ear against the door.
What should we do regarding treatment?
The usual.
As you wish. So will we refrain from resorting to... nah. Is that something on the periodic table, or is it something new?
What did the afflicted say?
That he would rather die than be painted in black.
Oh. Is that how they treat it? Very well, then.
Understood. I'll contact the hospital right away.
N.E.? What's that? And...
that he would rather die than be painted in black.
Huh. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on a limb here. Maybe they implant, like, black show crystals in Haku patients? And maybe, like, the black show is, like, very resistant to Haku? Because they did that with Tokisada. They implanted a green crystal in him. To make him of the green. Is Kuroba maybe, like, a Haku patient? And that's, like, why he's of the black? That doesn't sound good at all. Okay. Yeah, next chapter. Okay, that's a word. Tokijuku. Tokiku. Gotta say it slowly. Tokijuku tenne. Gonna learn more about that next time. Alright, so we are learning more about Haku and how it's treated. So it has something to do with the black, though. I guess, like, you can either give up your color to live, or you can just die. Wouldn't it suck though? Like, you get treated, you survive Haku, but then, like, you lose your, like, main color characteristics, and they just send you to Yomi's as if you go to jail. It's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Alright, well, I'll end things off here. I need to take a cough drop or something. I want to keep going. I want to keep recording. So I'll probably be sick tomorrow, but let me just take a cough drop, and yeah, I'll keep going in the next episode. I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.